What I'm about to tell you may sound a little crazy, but I've just collected the final piece of evidence needed to expose Christopher Nolan himself, who, as turns out, never went to space to shoot Interstellar. Now, publishing this material means exposing the biggest NASA and film industry conspiracy, and therefore it could cause all kinds of government trouble for me, so let's begin. From the very start, the movie pretends to be a documentary. We see the main character's daughter as an old lady, and she is our first proof that everything you're about to see is the highest act of manipulation. As the movie goes on, some characters age like crazy, he ages a bit, and some of them don't age at all. Obviously, those are the ones who went to space with Christopher and the whole crew, spending over 2 years in random galaxies with hell of a gravity amplitudes, and therefore they still look like they did on the day they left. But listen, not only would it be impossible for Christopher to somehow squeeze a 2-year space trip into the 5-6 months that supposedly passed on Earth when they were filming in the space, but we also have footage of Cooper talking both to a young version of his daughter Murph and to an old version of her. I genuinely believe that they are two completely different people and that time on Earth never actually speedrun for the film crew because they never actually left Earth. In real life, this is not her, this is not him, and this is very impressive makeup. The only logical explanation is that Christopher and the whole crew left Earth around 1924 or earlier to film everything in another galaxy. To then release it in 2014, they would either all have to be born in the 19th century or use a time machine, build at least one spaceship, launch 40 years before humanity was ready, and then return hoping they didn't completely break reality. So which one was it? You decide. But let's assume for a second that the crew really did go on that journey. That would be way more of a headache than it looks. They'd have to pack enough food, water and medicine for everyone, plus all the filming gear, which basically means sending another whole spaceship flying next to them for light years without crashing or getting lost. The movie was shot on IMAX cameras, which is great until you realize those beasts are huge. Sure, weight is less of a problem in 0G, but the size is. Because now you're floating around inside a metal can, trying not to slam into a camera that costs more than your entire house. And if something breaks, there is no friendly IMAX service center in the neighborhood. Now the best part. Believe it or not, but it seems like the black hole you see right here was also not real. It would be simply not safe for the crew to float so close to the giant gravity force so strong it could swallow them whole. Their course would be too unstable to get the desired shot, which I suppose they would have had only one chance to film. The cost of traveling all the way back after every speed out just to shoot all the doubles would simply be too expensive and time consuming. The closer the camera gets to the lead role here, the more black surroundings we see. This might be the scene that was all filmed in a random dark room. This one here was probably the hardest to shoot, because it seems nearly impossible to squeeze a guy between those shelves and still leave enough space for the crew to move around him comfortably. My boldest theory is that they built some kind of mirror maze, put a screen behind it playing a previously recorded shot, and then placed magnifying glasses exactly where he was looking so the image between the cracks would look unnaturally huge and create that mind-blowing effect, never ever entering the actual black hole. What do you think about my theory? If you feel even a little bit enlightened, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because trust me, there are even more unbelievable exposes on the way. Take care and remember, do not believe in everything you see and hear.